Hello, Facebook. I hope everybody is having a fabulous evening tonight. I do. Wishing everybody peace, love, and many blessings. So, at least in my area, some people either heard some news that they love or they heard some news that they did not love. And I'm wishing everyone to find, peace, happiness. I'm wishing everybody well. I'm wishing everybody knows that there's always options, always options. And if you have the true spirit of neighbors and friends, everyone will get through. And keep pushing and keep pressing on. I work from home, but I work. So, no decisions are anything regarding COVID is never easy to hear, never easy to take. And it has forever changed everything. My girls wanted to go to Florida to visit their cousins. And, I don't think that's going to be happening right now, especially with everything that's going down in Florida. And, but we're still living, we're still pressing, we're still working, we're still moving forward. And where there's will, there's a way. It sounds cliche, but I'm just wishing a lot of people peace, joy, happiness, and that they hold on to their faith, that they hold on to their kids, that they hold on to themselves, and most importantly, that they hold on. Peace, love. So, namaste. So, it is Friday, everybody. Friday. Hopefully I have some people joining me tonight. I decided to just have like a clean break if you have not seen me and do some of my favorite things and do what makes me happy today. So today I finished level 2 of my Reiki or Reiki training, but I still have to attune. There's some things on my plate that I was able to get to today, and I'm very happy, as well as tune into a training. So I'm enjoying Friday. Hope everyone else is enjoying Friday. And we're going to get into tonight. What did I want to say? I want to say something else, though. I don't really remember. Maybe it'll come back to me. Because, as you know, I'm working on a new poetry series. And those poems aren't ready. They're still being put together. But I have mentioned some books. And there's a book that I have not received or bought yet. So I have to go and do that. I can get it on Kindle. So that's cool. And then we'll talk about it. I kind of want tonight to be light, easy, breezy, cheery. I am still wearing my crop hoodie. Well, actually, I put it back on just for this broadcast. But yeah, let's get into it. Let's have a good night. It's Friday. So it's Friday. It's going to be poetry with Crystal Rain. And I do have one of my favorite GIFs up. So what I'm going to do right now, I'm going to stop share. That was just to open us up so we can get into this poetry piece, everybody. So I did that one. So let's do this one, just because, there's a lot of people in their thoughts and in their heads. And that's one of the reasons why, sometimes you got to just detach just for a minute, just like detach, break away, especially when, stuff happens and you just be like, huh? So that's what I did today. It was kind of like just detached and broke away. But I know there's some people out there in their thoughts. And, I pray that you get out of your head. So I did some things to get out of my head. Like, I finished up Reiki level 2. I used my organic fertilizer for my garden. Did some of that. Chopped down a weed. Can't let those grow. You can take that however you want. Yeah. I finally watched a movie that I love all the way through without falling asleep. So I did it during the day and not at night. I said, I need this movie right now, But anyway, let's get into this piece real quick. And it's one from an oldie but a goodie. Oldie but a goodie. Oldie but a goodie. So daily consideration. She sits pondering on the thought of existence, the daily consideration of life, the fleeting aspect of one's mind. She sits pondering on the thought of existence. The questions of why, what, and how turn again and again in her mind. She sits pondering on this mere existence, playing with life, fumbling as she catches the ball, tossing it from hand to hand. This existence grows heavy, weighing her down. She is drowning in a sea of questions. The questions are many, cluttering her mind. Light can't get through. She sits. She sits hearing every voice but her own. So, and we're going to keep it going. I want to make sure, yeah, my mic is moving. Okay. Yeah, okay. It still says, does it say microphone, speakers? Okay, yeah, okay, cool. Just mic check, mic check. Just thought I'd check that out. That's going to be last. Let's do this one. Kind of fits the atmosphere too. Actuality. Daily living is difficult, with judgmental eyes gazing back. Explaining the obvious is tiresome. Superficial conversations exhaust good intentions. Being a beam of light creates aching muscles. Women judge the outside not wanting to speak. Men judge the outside, speak freely. Making quizzical conversation, trying to get to know, at least pretending to. A new century coming about creates reflection. Mind boggled down with confused thoughts. Constantly thinking, growing tired, constantly thinking. Daily, hourly, by the minute reflections. Constantly thinking, growing tired. Growing tired, I get lost in my thinking. Thinking turns into dreaming. Dreaming into remembering. Remembering my past self. Past self, not tired, not lost, but determined. Determined to make it no matter the thoughts of others. Others, thoughtless thoughts, negative thoughts, seeks inward thinking. Inward thinking turns positive, constantly thinking positive, no longer tired. Oh, I will do this one too. You know what I'm saying? I don't know which one's gonna be last, y'all. Let's get into this one. 30. Take me as I am. Mary J plays through my head. Can you truly take me as I am? The image you first saw, what attracted you, isn't permanent. Permanent like the pictures in fashion magazines that grace the walls of adolescent rooms. Can you truly take me as I am? I'm a woman flawed. I bear them on the surface of my skin that I gracefully cover with makeup and clothes. There may even be one or two emotional scars swimming in the belly of my soul, waiting to surface when the time is right. Can you truly take me as I am? Can you take me raw, completely bare, no makeup, hair wrapped up, scarf and all, a bead or two poking out on the back of my neck? Hell, can you take me full Afro style? Nowhere near model perfect, not always camera ready. Can you truly take me as I am? So that's one. And that one's going to be second to last because we're going to end on a different note. Oh, this one. Ooh, let's do this one right here. Lingual dance. To speak is glorious. To speak is divine. To speak one's mind is the essence of peace. Speak true, speak free. Let your words get carried away in the wind. Let them echo off mountaintops. Let others breathe them, feel them, taste them, dance to them. They dance to them because they sound like music. Don't whisper. Do not insult your voice with a mere whisper of pathetic gratitude. Celebrate every speaking moment. Celebrate every syllable, every rhyme, every reason. Soon it fades into the background to blend, to mix with the many voices, getting compared instead of loved. Speak intently. Speak of love lost and won, the lusty tales of past conquests. Inhibitions run free. Speak loud, speak free, love deep. So, yeah, I like that one too. Oh, this one, Lost in Translation. Oh, crap. Okay, let's get into this one. So, Lost in Translation. What are you saying? I'm lost in your words when I'm simply trying to get lost in your translation. Robert Frost thought poetry is what is lost in translation. He meant what Erica plainly sung. What good can your words do if no one understands you? I'm sitting here trying to piece together your piece, sorting words, finding their match, when all I want to do is get lost in your translation. I want to hang on every word, letting my imagination dance. I want your words to put me in hallucinogenic trance, creating dropped acid-like effects. Instead, I'm lost in words, dazed, confused, and drifting off into space, when I simply trying to be lost in your translation. So, oh, this one. So we don't keep this one too long. So, create Detroit. I keep hearing that you're dead, no longer fed by cogs, gears, and steel. The people that inhabit you are doomed. No education, no jobs, moneyless. No need to try, no need to cry. Your efforts wasted. Don't dare to dream. Consider yourself deferred. I can't help but breathe with air. Heart continues to beat to a rhythm of its own. Eyes continue to see life. I don't feel dead. I don't see death taking every life. Life didn't cease, only the machine ceased to exist. No longer a machine simply made to push steel, left to recreate this wheel. No need to hate, no need to fear. Most in the same boat, trying to stay afloat. No need to hate, no need to fear. Most in the same boat, trying to stay afloat. Left to create. So we're gonna go back. So we're coming to the end. We're coming to the end. Here it goes. Break free. Break free. Sister, Nubian queen, strong Black women, we go by many names. Yet we remain undefined. We remain misunderstood, taken for granted, left in the sun to dry, to stand still. Why? Because we are always there. Forgiving arms stretch wide to receive, legs open just as wide to catch, to give what hasn't been earned. See that tall Nubian queen walking down the street, back arched, head held high? She don't need anybody. She got herself. Words not only spoken by others, but reek from her heavenly glow. Better to portray that than the other. Welfare card carrying, baby on hip, one in a stroller, one walking, three different daddies trying to chase them down while looking for her own. Nowhere to turn, looking for love and a father figure all in one. Sister, a Nubian queen, strong Black women. We go by many names, yet we remain undefined, unclaimed. Many try to compare their woes and sorrows, but are they considered the least desirable and most likely not to marry? Why? See that dark queen walking down the street? She don't need nobody. She got herself. That's what they say. This is what I say. Strong, independent, and fearless, yes, we are. But how dare you allow us to stand alone? No backing, no support, shaky foundation, not proper to build on. If we can't unload and let go, let our back slip against your chest, well, then you must go. Sister, strong Black women, we have waded in the water, escaping to freedom, not waiting for anyone to save us. Oh, Lord, she came back, y'all. Wait 1 second. Oh, hopefully y'all can't hear her. Let me get her over. I can't pull her up. Now she said she was gonna speak. She was just gonna close it out. So we gonna take that back. I'm not sure if you guys heard her or not. I have my speakers are on. So we are gonna take that back. So let's just start it over, okay? Because she ruined my flow. So we're gonna take it back. Sister, Nubian queen, strong Black women, we go by many names. Yet we remain undefined, we remain misunderstood, taken for granted, left in the sun to dry, to stand still. Why? Because we are always there to care. Forgiving arms stretched wide to receive, legs open just as wide to catch, to give what hasn't been earned. See that tall Nubian queen walking down the street, back arched, head held high? She don't need anybody, she got herself. Words not only spoken by others, but reek from her heavenly glow. Better to portray that than the other. Welfare card carrying, baby on hip, one in stroller, one walking, three different daddies, trying to chase them down while looking for her own. Nowhere to turn, looking for love and a father figure all in one. Sister, Nubian queen, strong Black woman, we go by many names, yet we remain undefined, unclaimed. Many try to compare their woes and sorrows, but are they considered the least desirable and most likely not to marry? Why? See that dark queen walking down the street? She don't need anybody. She got herself. That's what they say. This is what I say. Strong, independent, and fearless, yes, we are. But how dare you allow us to stand alone? No backing, no support, shaky foundation, not proper to build on. If we can't unload and let go, let our back slip against your chest, well, then you must go. Sister, strong Black women, we have waded in the water, escaping to freedom, not waiting for anyone to save us, not being able to let go, fearing every turn of the road. Strong Nubian queens, we are still waiting in the water. afraid to let go, fearing being soft. Sister, it's time to let go. I am not afraid. So that is that one. So, and in thinking of that piece, takes me to Michelle Obama's book, and we're supposed to comment on that, so I'll comment on that a little bit. And basically, there was a part in the book that I came to when she had to make a decision, and stand back and be the mother and be the wife and not pursue her career anymore. And I think that's something that so many of us can relate to, because I can relate to that, because I did that. I stopped with the acting. I couldn't keep doing some of the things that I did because my children's father is also was in the same profession, and of course, with him being him, and and what his background is, he was doing other things. And so I was like, okay, so since I have this child now, my firstborn, I will be the mom. I will be that parent. And I think so many people judge. If you got to that part in the poem was talking about the welfare card, Karen, baby on hip, and somebody has to be the parent. Somebody has to take some responsibility. And I remember having an argument with an African American woman or Black woman, and she was saying how she works, in the system, and she works at the DHS, and how our numbers are high and we have out of wedlock babies. And I said, I don't believe those numbers. And the reasons why is that data is skewed. We take advantage of the system more. That's why, because I know plenty of single white women. I know plenty of white women who had children out of wedlock, but they don't get in those same statistics or in those same studies, because they're, well, at least in the past, we're less likely to take advantage of the system. We were more. So when that's where they go for those numbers, and who's higher in those numbers, our numbers are going to be higher. When I'm pretty sure that those numbers aren't as high as everyone else's. Maybe, some other races, maybe, I don't know. But I remember hearing that, because no, we take advantage of the system more. So those numbers are going to, of course, look higher. So, I don't know really what to say about that. There's those getting their children help, and there are those who's not. So then what do you want to say? So those blame games, those just mental things like, oh, why are they doing this and why are they doing that? Because they chose it, most likely. Somebody chose to be the parent. Someone chose to step back. Somebody chose to be the one that works from home. Someone chose to be the one to be the parents. And, there's those who judge, and when you don't know the full situation sometimes. So I wish everyone peace and peace on some things. But anyway, it just made me think of that, when I read that poem, it made me think of that part of Michelle Obama's book where, women are usually the ones that have to step back. And the recent studies of what's going on with COVID and children having to be taught at home, and who's the one handling most of that. And I guess my challenge out there would be, how can we balance it? Can we sit down and make a plan and find a balance for single ones? And I'm sorry, it is nail polish change. So if you're seeing that, sorry, judge me on it. That's part of the evening. That's part of the Friday, finishing that up. But how can we find a balance? And then for us single ones, we have to rely on, friends or family members to find that balance. So sometimes, everyone's situation looks different. You may see a situation that looks better, or see a situation where you may think is better. And, when everyone's going to have to make those same decisions, when everyone's going to have to sit down and put together their plans and piece things together as best as possible and form circles. And I think I take things, whatever is transpiring nowadays a little easier, because I've been watching and paying attention. And yeah, I was hopeful, but I also had to be honest. So with that being said, let's get to this last piece and start the rest of Friday. Okay, writers. Distinctly unique characters who loathe self despite of ego. Ego-driven critiques they give to colleagues, thinking they could have written it better. Better are some days than others. Other days, the want to pick up a knife fuels the need to pick up a pen. Pen, the writer's best friend. You say many times you're done, never to pick up the pen again. However, one is always nearby. By and by the days go, and pages with them. Some loved, some hated, with insecurities, jealousies, and madness scribbled all over them. them, the writers, the best advice they give is not to become a writer. Peace, love, and many blessings.